Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled week of the Grumpy Vlogger Live. Another hour of your time wasted that you will never get back. So if you're here, then you must have time to waste. Anyways, let's just get right on with it. Let's go ahead and bring in my co-host. None other than Mr. Art Carlson.
Thank you.
And let's just jump right into it because we got a full cast here tonight. And
yes, we do.
Let's bring in the third GIMP. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Hey, Charles.
Hey, Lloyd. Hey, Art.
And the Thunder from Down Under, Mr. Dominic.
Good evening.
And we've got somebody special tonight. He gives everybody hope. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
He's locked up. Well,
He's frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen. Well, he can pop out and I'll bring him back in if he gets a chance. It looks like he's on the road, so I think that happened to him last night. So, anyways, Chris, when you get, hopefully you'll unlock pretty soon. So, yeah, man. Oops, he moved. He changed head position.
Can hear something.
Yep. Maybe he's getting closer to the next tower.
Yeah, he's in between towers probably.
Yeah.
We'll just be patient and wait for that.
Right.
I almost heard him.
Whoop,
he dropped out. So, all right, let me start at the top here and just welcome everybody that's in the chat. Let's see. First off, let me say, my bad about scheduling this damn show an hour earlier than it was supposed to be. I did the math in my head, and apparently my batteries are down on my internal calculator because I added wrong.
You don't have smart batteries then.
No, I don't have rechargeable batteries or smart batteries up here. It's time to change these. So anyways. All right, let's start out the top. We're going to start out with Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, Mika Steve, welcome. Bill from Chin Dynasty. Northside Hawk, Jody, Drone Shots. Let's see. Don, Mudball Creative. Art Carlson, AZ Drone Dude.
That'd be David.
Yes. And Andrew, who would be Andrew,
Andrew, yep.
Andrew.
And we got Charles Galuski. And
that would be me.
That would be you. Yeah, that would be you. We got the Grumpy Vlogger. That would be me.
Yeah.
And we have ArtCo Drone Solutions.
That'd be me. Articus Gordon.
And we have Northside Hawk, who's asleep.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
Oh, there he is.
I'm not asleep. Someone just sent me a text.
Oh, okay. Lee McCready, welcome. And let's see if let's Cool Cat. Hey, Cool Cat. Glad to have you here.
That'd be Michael.
Michael and Mickey Moo Productions. That's over on your channel, I think, Art.
Yep, that'd be Mickey.
And Cool Cat is on your channel as well. We got Captain Joe America, USA Drone Flyer.
Yep.
That'd be Joe. And I saw him last night on Uncle Bill's show, I think. That was last night. Yeah. And it's good seeing him on there. Looks like we got Mr. Hope back. Lake Pilot. And let's see, Jay Bird is here. Waypoint New England. Joey. Yeah, Jay Bird, yeah. Waypoint New England. We got
That'd be Bryan.
400 AGL is watching tonight.
That's Mel.
That's Mel, yeah.
Really, Art? That's Mel?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's what he calls
Art.
himself, but I don't know why he's going by 400 AGL because it's in an MKRC is his other channel. He was on Kelly Shore's First Friday.
Right. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's Kelly Shore's birthday today. Happy
birthday, Kelly.
Yeah.
And well, Chris went black for a minute there. He went blank. Can you hear us, Chris?
Must be in a tunnel.
Well, you know, one of the things about the first Friday show was Kelly was giving me a lot of, crap in the chat because, well, he was saying it and I was going back. We were going back and forth because the Red River rivalry happened this weekend. It happened on Saturday. It was OU against Texas Longhorns.
Right.
Well, last year we got our butts handed to us with the worst overall beatdown in the history of the rivalry. I mean, it was like 49-0 or something. It was embarrassing. So he had a right to give us crap. Well, we won this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was a tight game. I mean, it switched back and forth. I was watching it and I was checking the score, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're up, they're like at 27 or something like that. And like, oh crap, Texas is back up. And they were tied. And finally they ended up, I think it was 33-27, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look it up. But
yeah, that's like the CU ASU game.
Yeah.
It was back and forth and
yeah. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. I've got the score here. Pictures. There we go. Because I took a picture of this somewhere here. Yeah.
There he is.
Finally.
And it was 34-30. That's what it ended up being.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Chris, but we did beat you this year.
Yeah, well, shit happens, as they say.
Yeah, well, after the beatdown we got last year, oh my God, that was embarrassing. Yeah, and I sent this picture to Kelly just so that he would know.
Oh yeah.
I took the score right off the OU's website and sent him a picture of it. It was a good game. It was a tight game. God, every time I think we're up, Texas would catch up, and finally OU got in that last one. Was like, I mean, they were playing it right down to 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, the Aggies got beat. Cowboys got beat, living crap beat out of them, literally.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yes.
So, anyways,
it's American football.
Yeah, American football. For those of you that are overseas, that's
hey, we got
gridiron
Tammy
football.
Jean in the chat.
Oh, Tammy Jean, welcome. Yeah.
Tammy Jane.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Hey, Tammy.
so, Chris, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm good, Lloyd. Oh man, just life, man. Busy, this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Are you home now?
Yeah, I just pulled in, got out of my pickup, so I shouldn't have another dropout anymore.
Okay, good.
Hey, did y'all mention the fact that today is Kelly Shore's birthday, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes, we did. Yes, we wished him a happy birthday. I sent him a text and wished him a happy birthday. But yeah, it's Kelly's birthday today. So
yeah, he's 50-something.
Yeah, what was it? 50? 54?
Yeah.
50, I'm thinking 54. Yeah.
He's one behind me.
Yeah. He's still a youngin',
Mm-hmm.
But
Then we got
Mel
Max.
says he texted.
Joel.
Oh, Max is in here too.
Max.
Cool, welcome.
Mm-hmm. And Joel just popped in.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah, at 8 a.m. Mel texted him. Yeah, I don't know what time it was. I texted him because he answered me. I sent him a text over right after the game on Facebook Messenger, and he finally answered it today. And because he was teasing about how badly we lost last year, which was it was embarrassing, but they did much better this year. So, wow. Gary from Brand Aerials.
Oh, yeah, Gary.
He's coming for the live.
Yeah.
I can't see the chat, so hello, everybody.
Yeah. And
Gary's
Sunrise
here.
Water Media is here.
Pushing up the lights.
So,
Yep. That'd be Chris.
That's Smart Chris.
that would be
Smart Chris.
Smart Chris. Yeah,
Smart
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh
not
my
snark.
goodness. So, yeah, if any of you guys were watching the Three Conservative Gimps yesterday, y'all know that I bailed in the middle of the show. You know how they advertise on some movies and shows that flashing lights may cause problems with certain people? Well, that's what was going on with Judy yesterday. She managed to be able to pick up the phone, flip it open, and press the button to call me. That's why I got her a flip phone, because it's just easier for her to use. You know, I mean, it's not quite as sophisticated as this one, you know, but it's pretty sophisticated. But anyways, she called me and she said help, and I could see she was having problems on the screen. That's why I bailed. And what happened? We've been binging on CSI Miami, and they use that orange filter out there and weird lighting all the time. You know, I don't know why they did. I think it's to make his red hair look redder or something. I never did understand that show, but she started having. It triggered some of the damage that was caused by her stroke 2 years ago, and she started basically having petit mal, you know, just a series of small petit mal seizures, and it was just cutting her off. And so I went in there, got her calmed down, got her some medicine, got that settled down, switched to a different show. She was still having problems, but she finally. Last night started getting a little better, and today she's been better. She's still got a ways to go, but I'm going to have to start watching what shows I let her watch, because it's got a lot of, and that particular episode had a crap load of flickering and weird lights going on, and it just completely. And she said today her head was just mush. You know, she knew something was wrong, but she couldn't tell me what it was, and I figured it out. Unfortunately, I got her something to. You know, stop it where it was at, but it's just, but anyway, so she's doing better. She's doing a little better. She's in there watching Downton Abbey. That's a pretty safe show for her to watch. But,
well, at least it's not the Green Hornet.
The
that
Green
pattern
Hornet
on the Green Hornet.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would.
Boy.
Yeah, that would.
I'd put anybody in a fit.
Oh, Captain Ray is in here. Mr. B, Outdoors Misadventures. He was also on Uncle Bill's show last night. Was he on last night, or was he on Matt's show?
No, he was on Bill's.
He was on Bill's. Okay. Yeah, Matt had to bail early. Because he wasn't feeling. Yeah. And well, Uncle Bill. Yeah, everybody went over to Justin's, and Bill he kept his right at what 2 hours or so. He didn't go very late last night because I guess he got pretty sick Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes,
is that what happened?
Something like a stomach flu or something. He was, his tummy was queasy.
Some of that fresh seafood over there in Florida wasn't quite so fresh,
Yeah, I guess so.
But,
yeah.
I didn't know this, but did you know? Because I always talk about alligators and crocodiles, right? The difference in them, and crocodiles are like in Australia but believe it or not, they have crocodiles in Florida as well.
Oh, were they the crocodile rock?
Well, apparently, but they have there's a particular, I think it's called a freshwater crocodile, or I can't remember what they call it. Yeah. But it's not an alligator, and they apparently like to stay in the warmer water compared to the alligators, and now they may have removed them by now, but because this was several years ago, I read about this. But yeah, I always thought the crocs were over in like Australia and
Australia, and Southeast Asia
and stuff. Yeah. So
in South America.
Yeah.
They're called caimans.
Okay,
that's another name for.
They're good.
That's another time. Yeah. They're good with gravy. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or or a good hot sauce. Yep.
I've had some good alligator.
Yep, me too.
And it was good. It was like eating fish without the real fishy taste. At least the one
Right. It's kind of a cross between fish and chicken.
Yeah, I know. You hate to say it tastes like chicken, but
Yeah,
it does taste like it's like
thicken.
fishy chicken. Yeah,
Thicken.
yeah.
But does chicken taste like chicken?
Yeah, it depends on whether you buy it at McDonald's or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. Could you imagine the work they have to go to make those little patties? You know, because it says chicken nuggets. All them little roosters they got to go through and cut them nuggets off of to smash into patty. Man, that's a lot of work.
Yep.
A lot of castrated roosters too.
Yeah.
You gotta go through a lot of.
Cool cat. Oh, Oscar too. He says he's a big fan. Croc is beautiful eating. Yeah, I've had the alligator because we had one of the Baptist churches up here had a big shindig. It's called their men's outdoor banquet, and they bring in, all the guys from the church bring in all the exotic meats that they've hunted over the season, and they cook it all up in one place. And our band was invited to play there because the guest speaker was from one of the Tulsa TV stations. He was a big outdoorsman. He's since retired, but they had alligator, they had bear, they had elk, they had moose, they had deer or venison. They had antelope. What else did they have? And they had the alligator. Of course, they had catfish. Can't have a cookout. You can't have a cookout without having catfish. At least not in Oklahoma.
Exactly.
If Judy had been feeling good Saturday, that's where I would have been Saturday. As my cousin had another cookout. He was having a big. He cooked up some pulled pork and fresh catfish that they'd caught, and they're having a big fish fry. But Judy
that looks beautiful, Chris.
Oh, that is a nice sunset.
Yeah, let's make him big. There we go.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's back home.
Wow. You never know what you're going to get on my show. We actually got a beautiful sunset in Texas. So that is nice. So,
hey, since we're talking about Texas and Oklahoma, you like rodeo, don't you, Lloyd?
Yeah.
All right, I think I have something that you might enjoy that's kind of a rodeo theme.
I'm scared to see what this is going to be.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Mary Burke again.
Yep.
There we go. Gotta spice up the show.
Yeah,
a little bit of
something to say to
congratulations to her, because
when
at least on her videos, she's not some young woman twerking. So that's a good
thing.
Right.
That is true.
I'm getting tired
one of the first jobs I had here, it was a summer job I ended up getting while I was going to college. After Judy and I got married, I went to college, and she on my GI Bill, and she worked for a saddle shop, and they made saddles, they made skid boots, they made all the different parts, harnesses, and she did all that stuff. But one of the things that they were selling a lot of, and they were out of stock, and they needed somebody to do it, was piggin strings. Now, you know what a piggin string is, right, Chris?
Honestly, I don't think I've heard that word.
Well, that's piggin strings are the tie downs for roping when you rope a cow and then you tie it. Yeah, that's what they call them here.
I don't cowboy, so.
Oh, you don't cowboy. Well, you got yeah. You just raise cows and move them around with your four wheeler, right?
Man, that's all I do.
Yeah,
it's kind of like cowboy.
Anyway,
it's kind of a waste of money.
Well, anyways, I made these. They're the the tie down strings that they tie the 3 legs with in rodeos. You know, you see them
Oh.
jump off their horse and tie their legs. You know, pull the cows over, tie their legs, and well, those are called piggin strings. And this guy had built this. He had a motor that spun like this, and then it was geared and had 3 other hooks on it. And so and then he had a thing that came up through it, and it braided it. You turned the motor on, you braided it up to the end. When it got tight and real stiff, then you took some twine and put around the end of it and cut it and then seared it, you know. And I got to where I could do about 40 of those an hour, and I was getting paid by the piece. So you know, and I could just and he said, because he said I can do 30 of these an hour. He said, if you can beat me, I'll raise your pay. And well, hell, let's see what I can do. And I just, you know, I was younger then too. So, and, but yeah, it was, I made piggin strings for, and it's made the same way the lassos are, you know, it's the same method, you know, cause they're a real stiff, lacquered string. And, you had to wear gloves though, because that's spinning through your hands and running up.
Oh yeah, that'll give you a nice burn.
Yeah, it would. So I wore, you know.
We got Mike, Night Train. And we got Michelle, East Coast Thrill. And we got Keith, a Jeep, a drone, and an old man.
Nice.
Well, welcome. And I
Love your work.
did you see? Yeah, did you see what Mike said? Brother, what happened to your Cowboys this week?
Yeah.
Seems they fell on their faces.
Yeah. Same as the Broncos.
They got their.
But my Lions are kicking butt.
Yeah.
They're 4-1.
Yeah, they've done well.
Yep.
Hey, Lloyd, I'm going to cut out, man. I'm going to go in the house and eat supper.
Well, all right. I appreciate you dropping in, Chris.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the link. Charles, it's good to see you, buddy. Dom, Art.
I'm here, Chris.
Y'all
All
take
right.
care.
Good to
Thank
see
y'all.
you.
We'll take care of everybody in chat.
Okay, you take care, Chris.
All right, bye-bye.
And
we
we
got
have Rod.
Joe Nathan Jackson.
Yeah, that reminds me.
What odd?
Joe Nathan, that's Jonathan, you knothead. We also have Tim Jackson, I think I saw in there earlier.
Yeah.
And Mr.
We got the
Skyfly.
Jackson brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah, we
just
got a
need
good crowd
Tito and
It just needs
what
3
is
more.
that?
That's 5. Hello, Mark White.
You're right, Jody. It was a type of hemp rope, but yeah. So, and Mark R. White's here. Yes, excellent. So, I'm watching
Also,
the
Lloyd, after the show, go into your tags and put in the Mary Burke. I bet your views will go up.
Yeah. Why not?
Because we showed her on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what do they call that? Clickbait? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sort of. But anyways, 14 likes. Yeah, we need to hit 28. Actually, we've got a really good we got 33 watching. That's a good crowd for us tonight. But just for anybody who cares or doesn't care either way, I've done the first layer of painting for the flesh tone on my dummy named Justin. And I've now got the hardware set up for the eyes. I've just got to lock them down in place now, so he'll have the moving eyes. Then all I got left is do the eyebrows and lock in the jaw, which I've done. And then it'll be ready. Use Taylor Swift for a tag, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not a fan of Taylor. She annoys me, for some reason.
Yeah.
Just one of them people that she thinks too much of herself,
Yeah.
And
well, she likes Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
yeah. And who cares who she's dating? I mean, really. Does anybody care?
It's got to be clickbait. And the other thing is, if people have got to write stories to get the information. So if they write stories, it seems to sell, views and newspapers.
Yeah, somebody's got, they got to earn a living, but God, there's other ways to earn livings than that,
Hey, her concerts sell out.
I don't know why, but
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, well, so does
Not a-
WWE, but you don't hear about it in the news all the damn time.
exactly.
Oh,
Well, they're not at the Kansas City
Although-
Chiefs game.
Although The Rock did make it, he made the news this week. He was on Fox News with an apology.
Oh.
Well, he put out on his social media, he has got this new fundraiser. It's to help the victims in Maui. And he and Oprah are both going to match $10 million. But he got out there and started talking to all of his fans, says, you need to donate to this and help these poor people out. And they wrote back, says, what the hell about us? We're out here living paycheck to paycheck. You've got money. You can donate, but we don't.
Yep.
What the hell? He came back with an apology. He says, that's my first time I've done a fundraiser like this. Lesson learned. I don't expect people to live. He says, I've lived paycheck to paycheck when I was younger. He says, I don't expect you to, and he apologized. So, Barkley's here. Hello, Barkley.
Yeah, hey, Barkley. And don't forget Tyrus.
hey, Barkley.
Yeah, Tyrus. Yeah.
Another
Tyrus is there. There's
wrestler.
another.
former
Yeah,
heavyweight champion.
yeah, former heavyweight champ. Yeah. And, that was done so that he could retire from wrestling and move on to his other career. And that's why they do that,
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Well,
he is pretty funny on Gutfeld.
He is there. He is pretty funny on Gutfeld. I'll agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty good. I enjoy him. But he wasn't WWE. He was AEW.
WWF?
No, WWF. WWF is a World Wildlife Federation.
Oh,
Formerly, that's why Worldwide Entertainment.
That's when all the
would that be WWJ? No, that's a radio station in Detroit.
Yeah. No, it's AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
Ah, okay.
And they're the competitors. They're owned by they're both owned by Arabs now.
Oh, okay.
The same company that owns
the PGA now.
Well, yeah. And the same company that owns the
Who's the LPGA?
MMA,
MMA.
with that owns the big MMA that's on all the time with that. I can't remember. Anyways, is it Dana White? Is that his name? I think. Anyways, the same company that owns that owns WWE now, and they're owned by the Arabs, the Saudis, to be not just the Arabs, but the Saudis.
Saudis.
Saudi, and but yeah, well, Tyrus was with WWE at one point, but then he went to he was with NXT, and I think he lost his championship on AEW, which is All Elite Wrestling. Right. And I think is the name of that. What's this? Tyrus was about 5 miles from me. Huge dude. Yeah, he looks big. And God Bless America is here. Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's a big dude. I mean,
he is.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with him, I mean, The Rock looks big, but there's some guys that they just have a presence, and he does look huge.
They showed a picture.
He looks like
next to some blonde person, but I can't remember who it was. And it was insane because she was literally like half his height. She was like a doll next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Cat Timp?
I don't remember.
It might have been Cat. It might have been Cat.
Yeah. She is a tiny little lady.
Yeah, Andrew, I think they are merging. LIV Golf is merging with PGA, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, You know.
Oh, Dana
So all of our-
Perino. Okay, now.
Oh, Dana Perino. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Who,
Yeah.
by the way, went to high school in Colorado.
That's right. She did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Originally from Wyoming, grew up in Colorado.
Right.
We got Matt of Maddie's Drone World and Ronnie.
Oh,
God bless America.
bless America. Yeah. We've got a good crowd tonight. We really do.
Yes, we do.
And I'm trying not to mention the thing you guys see here in the background. I left that on there because that's the way I feel about it. So, you know, I really would have if I hadn't had to cut out yesterday. I would have been on a rant.
I bet you. We talked about it quite a bit, and I was just like,
yeah, I was really sorry that I missed out on that part of the conversation. But
we got Johnny Drone Flyer.
Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. Hello.
Hey, Johnny. Here's Johnny.
And I would have talked. I would have gone on a rant, but on this show. Oh, Lee McCready. Did we say hi to him earlier? I'm sure we did.
Well, hello again.
Yeah. Art was on a rant last night. Were you? Did you get on a rant?
Yeah, we got talking about what was going on in Israel, and I'm just like, flabbergasted. And how this, you could trace this all the way back to Jimmy Carter.
Yep. It all started with him,
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, there's so many people that don't understand the politics that was going on then, and or why we blame Jimmy Carter for it,
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I had a friend there. We had an Iranian gal that went to our school, and
make a stage,
or I don't know if she was going to our school. I think but she had two older brothers, and she started flirting with one of my friends, and they started dating, at least in high school. And,
right.
But the two brothers said that wasn't going to happen. And they approached him and, came to the school, and they, cause they went to a different high school there in Grand Junction.
Mm.
And they came to school, and, we all stood around and we thought there was going to be a fight. And basically we were backing our friend, and they came up and they said, okay, we're not going to fight, but you're not going to date our sister anymore. And he said, if she still wants to date me, I'll date who I want. He says, you don't understand. You are not. And he said, don't threaten me. I said, oh, we won't have to, because she is being shipped back to Iran tomorrow. That was it. And they shipped her ass back. She was gone. She disappeared, and nobody seen her after that. And
wow.
They were and these were some of the younger Iranians, the ones that ended up a few years from there, but she was very westernized, they were like, but her brothers, they had that more radical outlook of life, because they were the ones who eventually created the revolution. That, they were from that group of people that created the revolution. Those young, it was a shame, because she was a really sweet girl. She was very nice. And my friend, he wasn't the greatest guy in the world, but he knew how to treat a woman, and treat her properly. He had a lot of respect for her, and all of us did. But those two brothers, they ended up, they were some of those guys that you were worried about them doing a drive-by. And this was back before drive-bys were even a thing, but you knew that they were the kind of guys that, and we just basically, the whole school stood behind him and said, just pack your asses and get out of here, and they did. But he tried calling her the next day, and of course he didn't get no answer. And then we found out that through the rumor mill and grapevine, that next day they put her on a plane back to Iran. And this was when the Shah was still in charge. This was in the, this was when he was still running things, And he might have been an SOB, but by God, he was our SOB,
Yep.
Yeah.
We can't always, it's, and because of Jimmy Carter not supporting that, this is the problem we have now. This is why we're dealing with this kind of bullshit. But, hello, Johnny. And, yeah. But anyways, I said I wasn't going to go on a rant, so I'm going to try and keep away from that. I really want to, but I don't want to offend some of my audience that might be watching. So, but what's Judy doing? I may have to step away for a minute. Let me step away for a minute, and I will. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go check on Judy.
All right, we'll take over.
All right.
Yeah. We'll play some more of Mary.
Yeah.
So how's the weather up there, Charles?
Well, it was cold and gloomy most of the day. Cold, windy, and gloomy most of the day. But I had a really great day. Me and my mom went to our favorite ice cream place and met up with a friend of ours and her little daughter, and she brought a friend of hers up. So the five of us just sat around eating ice cream for about an hour or so. And then Mom and I had some other errands to run, and we ran them. And so.
Wonderful.
What about you, Art? What you been doing today?
Great weather today. We were in the low 80s. Real chilly this morning, but beautiful day today. I think we got one more warm day, and we're in the deep freeze. We will be down into the low 50s, upper 40s for highs. Yep. And we may get our first hard freeze this week. Yep.
Wow.
And Dominic, how about in your neck of the woods?
Just waiting for some heat. It's been pretty gloomy here.
Yeah.
Been in the 50s and 60s. We should be in the 80s and 90s by now.
Right.
Yeah, it's really nasty here for October.
So I found out my girlfriend's older sister is leaving for the Philippines from Tasmania.
Yay!
So she took a flight from Hobart and that to Sydney, and she will be on her way, and she is helping Irene with renovations of the house. They're adding another floor, so they put a stairwell out.
Right.
And yesterday they had a big rainstorm, and that water just came down where the new stairs are and right into their house.
No.
So they had to, put up a barrier by the door so that the mandated reporter, who the heck is that? Oh, whose channel is that? On mine?
Yeah, it's got to be yours.
Must be yours. I'm not on.
Neither am I.
Oh, okay.
Go and have a check.
Here to ensure the TOS is followed. Okay. Whatever that means.
Troll.
So how many stories? They're adding an extra floor, and I think they're going to add an extra bedroom or two upstairs.
It's always one.
Mel said, that's going to be your room. Yeah. Maybe our room.
Let's check that out then.
And I looked at those stairs, and those are what I call terms of service. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what Filipino stairs are? There's not a standard on the stairs. They're more like Navy stairs.
Oh
They're
my
steep,
God!
and it might be 8 inches. It might be 10 inches. Who knows? So you'll be going up, and all of a sudden that last step is like, you really got to get your leg up there and get up there.
That's got to be scary.
Yeah, especially for a guy like me. Because first time I went over there, I was staying at Yolanda's mother's apart. And where I slept was upstairs. And you know, when they made stairs... Oh, okay. Mandated reporter. Okay. They don't put rails, like a rail on the outside of the stairs. So one wrong move, you could take a header right into the main room. So going up those steps, I had to scoot up backwards, sit on the steps and kind of scoot up and go up backwards, because that's how big the steps were. Oh, boy. Yes, that is a safety hazard. But if you have a good contractor, you won't have that problem. Because when I stayed at James' house, standard size steps, no problem. Because I had to go from the basement to the main floor, and that was piece of cake. And if you want, go check his house build. Go to day 1, where they cleared the land, and the next day they got the excavator out and they're digging the basement. And because the way it's set up, you park underground at his house, because the car comes through the front and it goes down this little hill and it goes to the garage door, and you turn right into the basement. And it's a big basement, because they have right next to the garage is the tiki bar, and I watched them build that, and that is yeah, that's right, Andrew. I just talked to James, and he's got people that I would work with. But then you go further back is the entertainment center, where they got a couch and they got a little stage where they practice their band music. They've got one of those drums with the pads, and James plays guitar and Ness plays the bass. And they're pretty good. They're quite good. So, Dominic, have you watched any of James' video?
Yeah, I've watched.
Okay.
I have watched a bit of it, but yeah.
I'm gonna be in and out, guys. 'Cause I got a situation there, so I'll be running in and out for a few minutes. But
okay,
it's one of those things you have to. It's part of my life,
Yep.
What happens when you have somebody this handicap that you got to help out, and so I said, well, I'm out of breath because I've had to run from one end of the house to the other. And I'm too old to be running.
Well, we were talking about Irene. They're adding another level to the house. They're putting an upstairs bedroom, and they just put in the stairwell to the second floor. And they had a heavy rain, and that rainwater just came down the steps and was going right into her house.
Oh,
Yeah, so
it's not good. Yeah.
we've got Autistic Angel. Welcome, welcome. And then we got the mandated reporter, whoever the heck that. I guess they were checking up on me on,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
because they were over on my channel.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, well, welcome to the show, guys. It's not always this chaotic, but here lately it has been. You know, this is the thing when you have somebody who's a stroke victim and has Parkinson's and COPD. There's, my time is, this is my break sometimes. This is a time I can kind of unwind and be myself. Other time, being a caretaker, it is what it is. Yeah, you're right. God bless America. You're right. For better, for worse. Ronnie. And, Ronnie, yeah, I knew that. My mind went blank for just a second. I knew it, but it's like, as soon as I went to say it, it's like, oh, crap, I know his name. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. When I first came down with MS, I had rapidly advancing MS and, or is rapid progressive, rapid remissive. And it hit me hard and put me in a wheelchair for about 6 years. And Judy, there were times she'd have to pick my fat ass up off the floor because I'd fall out of a wheelchair or I'd just lose, I'd lose the use of my legs. I might be standing and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm on the ground before I finally went into the wheelchair. And if it hadn't been for her, I'd have probably been in a nursing home. Had been anybody else, I would, but she stuck by me. And we had just been married a few years when my MS kicked in. So she stuck by me. She, I asked her, I said, do you think you're going to be able to handle this? She says, we'll just take it a day at a time and see what happens. And here it is 42 years later, and we're still going strong. And now I'm getting the chance to return the favor.
Yeah,
and, it is what it is. I was very blessed, Ronnie. You're absolutely right. I was lucky. I had known her since I was 6 years old, the first time I met her. And, our families had known each other. Her family came up to visit us. And so the first time I met her was when I was 6. We didn't grow up around each other. I grew up in Colorado and she grew up here in Oklahoma. And then it turned out, I ended up moving back here after I got out of the service and divorced my second ex-wife. And she was available and we started dating and
third time's charm.
It was for me. Some people aren't that lucky, but it was for me. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully in the next 3 weeks, I'm going to have the dummy named Justin, who everybody knows I named him after Justin. But anyways, hopefully Justin will be finished and we'll be able to start. I'll introduce him to everybody, but I've got the first layer of his final paint on. In other words, his skin tone. I finally put skin tone on him. So F&D is like being in a wheelchair and the next day she can hobble about. If she has a seizure, it can paralyze her completely. Just flies. That's exactly what happened to me. I would have seizures and then just, there's times I could walk and times I couldn't, but then I finally lost the use of both my legs and my left arm. Fortunately I was right-handed, so it made it easy for me to be able to keep eating.
Eating and other things too.
Yeah, I could tie my shoe with my right hand, one-handed. I could button my own shirts, I could zip up my own pants, I was able to dress myself with that one hand. That right hand came in handy.
Yeah, I bet it did.
And if anybody was wondering, the trapeze bar over my bed worked real good, to help me get in and out of the bed.
I had one of those when I was in traction for 3 months.
My cousin had this back before he came out of the closet. He had this blonde bimbo of a wife. She was a county whore in the county they lived in, but she was an airhead. She was a walking blonde joke. And they came down to visit, and she says, and she had the gall and the stupidity to ask. She says, "Well, if you're paralyzed, how is it that you two?" And I said, "Well, you see that trapeze bar over the bed? Well, Judy just gets in position. I use it with my right arm, and it works fine." She's just like, "Really?" Oh my God, an idiot. And of course, and it's Judy's cousin, and he just goes, "Oh my God." She was, it's, it was, but she actually asked that. I thought, what kind of idiot would ask that, But anyways, hey guys, I'm going to step out for a minute, go check on Judy.
All right, we'll be here.
Can I go over again?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, don't destroy the show while I'm gone.
Oh, we'll try not to. We'll actually make it entertaining now.
Okay.
I can see what Art's thinking.
I was going to play something by Coco Star, but I thought that might be a little too much. Because there's one video, she's with her girlfriend, they're dressed up like Girl Scouts, and their scoutmaster gave them their sash, and they said, "Congratulations for raising $7,000 on cookie sales, even though the cookies only cost $500." And
I can see where this is going.
If you look at the merit badges, it'll give you a chuckle. Yeah, you'll go like, "Well, what's a merit badge for pizza?" Oh, okay. And what's that one for rain? Oh, okay, raindrops. Oh. Yeah. So what else is going on? I guess amateur astronomers are up in arms with Elon Musk and Starlink because of when they deployed those satellites, it makes an effect, which I think looks pretty cool. You get a string of lights going out there, and that's the satellites being deployed. And the amateur astronomers are like freaking out. What the heck is that?
I think they're seeing UFOs and stuff?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So Elon Musk was explaining on one of his shows how those satellites get deployed, and I always wondered how they did that. And it's like, that is so cool. And here's a rich guy trying to bring internet service to all parts of the globe without any government money. Imagine that.
Yes, Andrew.
Oh, and apparently now Amazon wants to do that.
We get regular sightings over here.
Well, I guess today would have been Lennon's 84th birthday.
Yep.
Not Vladimir, but John Lennon.
Yep. Yep, John Lennon. He's been dead.
He
He's
would have
been
been
dead
84.
alive.
Wow.
Yeah, 1940 he was born.
Ooh, he was. Wow.
What's going on here?
And he must have been quite a bit older than Paul.
I'm trying to think.
Dominic's frozen up.
Yeah, I'm frozen.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Isn't
still
Paul
here,
like 78?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And Ringo is about the same age, I'm guessing. Oh, John Lennon's son was born on this. Oh, okay. Same day. Would that be Julian or Sean? Because he had two sons.
Yeah.
Okay. Ringo Starr. Oh, okay. He's 81. Oh, okay. Alrighty. I know Sammy Hagar just turned, what? He's in his mid to late 70s. He just had a birthday. Wow.
I think so.
I'm like going, I'm feeling really old. all the rockers I follow are like, what the? You gotta be kidding. They're in their 70s? What the? Oh, yeah. I'm like,
Because you enjoyed them in the 70s.
Oh, boy. I think Dominic went over to Justin's show. Justin must be having a show going on. So, that's what's going on. I shipped out the batch of chocolates. So, East Coast Thrills, your candy is on its way. And who else? Oh, Johnny D, if he's in the chat, your chocolate is on its way. Yeah. Yep. That's right, Ronnie. The 60s and 70s had really good music. Yep. And who can forget Mellow Yellow?
Yes. Quite
Yep.
rightly.
That was like one of the first songs I remember as a kid.
Oh, boy.
And, oh, there he is.
Welcome
I
back,
thought you
Dominic.
went over to Justin's show.
Yeah. Now Google Chrome just shit itself. And I think we've got the same problem. Just something's wrong.
For whatever reason, our
Yes,
channel is attracting quite the crowd tonight.
So, yeah, that's right. No cell phones, no internet. Yep. We went outside to play, and we played until the street lights came on, or if we heard our names being called by our parents. Time for dinner. Okay, who's... Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so... yeah, so we made our own kind of trouble.
Yeah.
And, oh, there he is.
Okay, I'm back just in time for the show to be over, aren't I?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
We got a few more minutes.
Yeah, I did want to come in and say to thank everybody and thank you guys for doing this for me.
Hey, no problem.
And don't forget the top of the hour here at 8 o'clock, which is 8 o'clock now. Drone Nation is on. So, You could hear the bell a mile away. He said his mom had it. I was reading what Ronnie said there, having a bell that his mother rang. So, yeah, the good thing is I have a monitor on Judy. I got her back in bed and everything's good for the moment, but I can't be on here much longer. But I did want to thank you guys for covering for me.
Problem.
And thank
Always
everybody who watched the show. Sorry I didn't have more airtime, but you guys hear me bullshit all the time anyway, so you didn't really care. And anything exciting going on your channel, Dominic?
Not really much at the moment because my computer's frozen.
Okay. Well, don't forget Dominic has merch on his channel, so go check it out.
And yes, hoodies.
That
hoodies.
I bet, and he's got a cup that says hashtag yeah. So
And the
check out
hashtag-
Dominic's. And Art, anything exciting coming up on your show this week? You've done
well, I've
3
got
shows.
a video coming out at 9 p.m. That'd be 10
Okay.
p.m. your time. And
all right.
then my show on Saturday, and then 3
Show the
CG
3 of us.
on Sunday.
Yeah. So, and Charles, I'm sure we'll see you in another show somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I'm like
don't
a
forget to
whack-a-mole
watch.
dummy. I'll pop up somewhere.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys. Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate that. Yeah, all the prayers are appreciated. They really are. And you know, it's this too shall pass. We'll move on to the next crisis. But anyways, I want to thank all you guys. Thank everybody in chat. Y'all have a good week. I'm just going to do the real short. If I can find the damn thing. Oh, where is it? I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah, it's good to be prepared.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, though? Okay, I'm going to put myself up on full screen, and I want to play this little, where'd it go? There it is. And I want to thank everybody who has watched my show. I want to thank Art, Charles, and Dominic for being here. And come back next week. I may be here for the whole hour next week. You just never know. So, anyways, guys.
You need
I'm
to
going
fix
to do
your
it.
music.
Yeah, what's wrong with this? Skipping again?
Yep.
Ah, hell. All right. I'm going to end the stream now. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great week.